Right, beautiful. And so that's one layer of the fanning my face. I'm not hot at all. I was going to go and touch my face and I ended up fanning it instead. So, well, you can fan your face if you want to. I certainly can fan my face all day, but there's no point behind fanning one's face, is there? Nope. Right, okay. Dime qué es lo que esperas. Dime qué quieres ver. Hello, gorgeous ones. Welcome back to the House of Joseph. If you're new here, I am Joseph. It's really lovely to meet you. Now then, beautiful ones, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching us all how to get a powdered matte look, but without using any powder at all. Can be done, guys. So if that sounds like something you guys want to find out more about, stay tuned. But before we continue, guys, I went shopping yesterday again. I go shopping quite regularly in Superdrug and Boots and all of the, the beautiful places we can buy stuff that makes us look amazing or gorgeous or fabulous and all of those wonderful things we like to look. Waffling. Okay, so the first thing I got yesterday was I went into Superdrug because I needed an ingredient for, well, a product for which I'll be using today in the powdered look video. So this is something I got yesterday, and this is a pure white. This is by Collection. This is called Hydra Setting Powder. This has got vitamin hyaluronic acid in it. No vitamins, I don't think. Actually, it has got vitamins in it. I saw it yesterday. It's got retinol palmitate, which is vitamin A. So I guess on some level it would protect your skin rather than not having it on your face at all. This is a pure white powder, and I was really excited when I got this home because this actually has silicone in, which means that, I can incorporate or use water with it with a soaked brush to apply to my T-zone to eliminate the look of pores, basically, and to give me a matte all day look, which is brilliant. And I also got this one, and I don't even know what the name of this was. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and this is by Elf. This reminds me quite a bit. I haven't taken this out because I'll be doing a review on this one. All three of the products I got yesterday, I haven't opened yet because I'm intending to do blind reviews or just regular reviews on them, but haven't decided which ones yet. But this one reminds me of, does anyone remember Prescriptive's Magic Powder? They sold this powder which went on as a powder and it turned wet the second you applied it onto your skin. It sounds really bizarre, but it was amazing. And it gave your skin a very, very airbrushed, slightly too shiny for me look. But, the principles behind it was the fact that it would airbrush your skin. So I'm imagining that this does something similar to that. Possibly, possibly not. Who knows? And the third item I got yesterday, beautiful ones, again by Collection, was this, which is the Shine Control Serum Primer for oilier skins or skins which tend to be a little bit shinier. And today we're going to be using this in my my technique to get the powdered look. Sounds good, doesn't it? So stick around. My haul from Superdrug yesterday spent about £30, no, about £25 in total, I think, or around £23. This was £5, I believe. Again, I could pop it down here. I'll certainly link it into the description. This was something like £4 or £5. Again, very, very cheap, very reasonable. The most expensive item I bought yesterday was the Elf Halo Glow Setting Powder, which cost around £13, so around 18, 19 US dollars. So guys, should we do the technique I'm going to teach you how to, or method, whatever. So first of all, you'll need a bottle of foundation. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Glow. They do two of these. They do a matte version and a glowy version. This is the glowy version. Glowing version. I don't like the word glowy. It's a corruption, isn't it? It's a corruption, isn't it, of the word glow or glowing. I don't think it exists in the dictionary yet. It probably will next year or the year after or something. But waffling, aren't I, guys? Shall I carry on? Okay, carrying on. This little bottle of foundation cost me something like £7 or £8. Again, I'll put that into the description where I got this from, or link it down here, or do both. And this is brand new. I haven't even opened this yet. And this is in shade Fair, number 5 Fair. Can you see that? Focus, please. And this is slightly too pale for my skin tone. Normally in the Collection foundations, I am shade Biscuit, which is pretty spot on, or near as damn it to my Celtic chops. But for today's experiment, I haven't got the one in Biscuit, and you need quite a glowy foundation or glowing foundation, get it right. And beautiful ones, you will also need a primer. Now you need a mattifying primer, so do make sure, if you haven't got one, that you have one in your possession. I've got, for someone who doesn't like primers, actually, I've got quite a few. This one is this is Barry M Flawless Original Primer. This is again a mattifying one and this is very silicone rich. In fact, all of my primers are very silicone rich. So we've got that one yet to review. We've got the Blur Stick by Revolution, which I have reviewed. Again, I could link that into the description. The Pore Blur Primer, again, I've reviewed that one, and again, I'll link him into the description. Mattify, the Mattify Primer. I don't need to say again, do I? Don't let me say again, beautiful ones. And finally, the IRL Skin Filter Foundation by Revolution. None of my primers are really expensive because I don't believe I actually don't believe in primers themselves. to put underneath foundation, but we're not putting it underneath foundation today. We're doing something totally different with it. And my latest acquisition is the Shine Control foundation primer. Get it right. What's wrong with me today? So beautiful ones. Without any further waffle, you'll need a foundation brush. Where's mine? Mine is here. This is just a normal paddle brush. A bottle of foundation, a itchy moustache, trying to smother me again as it does on a regular basis. Because I'm Welsh, I do tend to roll my R's. Do you know what I mean? This is, yeah, well, okay. Right, beautiful ones. I've, what's the word? Slimmed our choices down, or finessed our choices down to 3. So we can either use the Mattify, the Shine Control, or the IRL Skin Filter. I'm inclined to go with the middle one, if that's okay with you, beautiful ones. Is that okay? Do you mind? No? Okay, let's use Shine Control then, shall we? So guys, get your bottle of foundation. I had to shake that as well, which I've just done off camera, but and this is, as I said, is brand new, so there it is. Oh, not coming out, doesn't want, come on, that's it, come on, that's it, good boy. That should be enough for one application, shouldn't it? And the idea behind foundation is the fact that, you know, you build up in small layers, which I've said, starting in the center of your face. So let's just work that in to my hand. Are you all okay, beautiful ones? Hope so. I don't think I've reviewed this foundation, have I? Possibly. I've reviewed so many things on this channel. Do you know what I mean? Again, it's really bright, so I'll put my hand there. So, yeah, there, guys, aren't you? Hi, how are you all doing? Oh, dear, to do this on a budget, eh? It's fun, isn't it, guys? You wouldn't believe the setup in this flat. You just wouldn't. It's, my studio light actually is a workman's light, which I found on a on the hill in Ely one day. I was walking home and I knew I needed new lighting because the daylight in the natural light in this flat just isn't good. The very next day, I woke up with the intention of going out and trying to see if I could find something which would be bright enough to, you know, to illuminate me and the background and all of that business. And I just happened to stumble across one of those little green brick sort of lights. Do you know what I mean? That workmen use on work building sites. And it was just sat in the road, and I thought, well, I may as well take it. And just I didn't even think it would work. Got it home, and it's actually very, very good. So that's why I can't see you guys over. You're over there, right? Hi, beautiful ones. Right, okay. Shall I shut up talking about lighting and get this on my old face? Yeah, okay. So that's one application of him on my face, and it is quite glowy, I guess, isn't it? And the colour match seems quite good as well, doesn't it, beautiful ones? What are you all up to today? You all doing anything interesting? I'm doing a painting at the minute of 2 ragdoll cats, and I'll show it to you once it's finished. I don't like to show it to people once, do you know what I mean, when it's in progress. I'd rather show you once it's finished, if that's okay, but it's just over there and I keep looking at it because it's not one of my best, but I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking so far. But right, guys. Sorry, waffling. I do waffle, guys, don't I? Quite considerably for a 50-year-old man, but right, beautiful. And so that's one layer of the fanning my face. I'm not hot at all. I was going to go and touch my face and I ended up fanning it instead. So, well, you can fan your face if you want to. I certainly can fan my face all day, but there's no point behind fanning one's face, is there? Nope. Right. Okay. Yep. So this is one layer of the Lasting Perfection Glow in shade Fair, which is number 5 for you guys out there. And again, I'll link everything into the description. Get some onto your eyelids, guys. Just for uniformity, blend it into your ears. Don't forget temples if you've got visible temples. So, should we just take a quick look at the foundation? Oh, there's a hair on my eye. Typical. Should we have a look at the foundation in detail, in close up, and just have a look and see? Wow. Can you see it has airbrushed my skin, hasn't it? Around. Can you see that area? That's how I know whether a foundation is really glowing or not. It's just by smiling, and that's quite impressive, isn't it? It's giving me that strobing effect, isn't it, which was all the rage about 10 years ago, but went out the window as trends do. But should I look there as opposed to there? And I can't stand that. Do you know what I mean? When people don't look directly into the camera, and my viewfinder is here, but my image is here, and so obviously when I'm putting makeup on or foundation, I need to look here. But you guys are there, aren't you, beautiful ones? So remember that in future, mister. And of course, the more observant amongst you beautiful ones out there will notice that I didn't use any primer before we applied the foundation, did I? No, and all I've done this morning is I had a bath and have shaved my skin just to give me an even canvas to apply the foundation onto. I don't use primers on a regular basis, certainly don't use them to apply foundation onto. I don't believe in them, actually. because I don't think they work under foundation. Some of them do. You know, hat off to, or conceding quite severely here to the fact that, do you know what I mean? Some of them can work quite well, but the majority of the bulk of primers, in my opinion, don't work. So it's a gimmick. However, guys, sometimes you can use them on top of foundation. And that's the whole point behind today's tutorial, is the fact that I am actually going to be applying this mattifying primer on top of the base, which I've just put on now. So again, this is the Collection Shine Control Serum. Can you see me shaking? And I don't know why I'm shaking. I'm not anxious or anything. Possibly too much coffee. So let's get a good dollop of him on. Wow, it's really runny, actually. Put the lid on him. Mind you, it is a serum, isn't it? So I spoke. Can you see that sliding down my hand? I better get that on before it, oh, there's a hair on my makeup brush. Oh, well, doesn't matter, does it, guys? My life, eh? What's my life like? So that's the dollop I've just applied. And as you can see, as I'm speaking, it's running down my hand. So this is pretty runny stuff. So let's just get him onto my brush. And you could use fingers. It doesn't matter. So stop it. So we'll just start by painting him onto the foundation we've just applied. And because these are both silicone based, the foundation is silicone based and the primer is silicone based. So, you know, do make sure that both are made of the same composition, or the you know, the main ingredient in the primer and the foundation are the same. So, and we're just going to apply that over the top of the foundation. And the whole point behind doing this is to eliminate the need for powder. Just keep working that in until, do you know what I mean? Until the powders are all activated, so that as opposed to lying flat, as you apply them onto the skin, you by going over and over and over again with the brush, you'll bring them up slightly to give you that, to diffuse the light, which is then hitting your skin, thus giving you a much more matte look. But also at the same time, getting rid of that heavy powdered sort of cakey sort of look. You know, which if I'd gone in with a layer of powder on top of that foundation now, that's exactly what would have happened, guys. So this is this technique I've developed myself. I honestly, I haven't researched this at all, so I don't know whether this is a known technique within the beauty world or not. I just thought of it yesterday because I was watching a video on YouTube, and this lady, she used one of those compact primers. Do you know what I mean? A mattifying? No, it was a mattifier to apply on top of foundation to mattify. It wasn't a powder, it was a silicone rich, sort of like a balm, and she applied that with a foundation brush. And I thought at the time, well, if she can do that, why can't I just use a mattifying primer on top of the foundation? Do you know what I mean? So just keep blending until, you know, you get your desired level of mattification. And obviously the more blending you do, the more airbrushed and the better the results will be. And what's happening here is the fact that because I'm applying a silicone-based primer onto a silicone-based foundation, the two are in effect blending together onto my skin. So that should be plenty of blending. Put my brush over there. Do you have an inspection now? Why not? Glasses are open. They can pass muster. Do you know what I mean? Now then, okay, so it is still quite shiny, isn't it? But wow, that just feels incredibly matte. Wow, there's no pull, there's no what's the word, drag. Do you know sometimes when you run your finger over a really hydrating foundation or a really glow-giving foundation, they can sometimes sort of drag you, hold onto your skin a little, or give you more friction than if you didn't have the foundation on you. Shall I stop waffling? Okay, sorry. It has worked, guys, so that is amazing. It's taken away the majority of the glow, hasn't it? And wow, I'm pretty impressed with that. What I'm going to do, guys, if it's okay with you, is just to try this primer. This is the Revolution Mattify primer, because it has worked and my skin just feels totally matte, although it doesn't look matte, does it? And this is the really, really runny one. So let's get a good dollop of him on, put the lid on him, or he will just go everywhere, as is my want. Do you know what I mean? So where is it? There it is, isn't it? So let's get some. Use the same brush, you applied the foundation with the same, you know, you can use the same brush for applying the primer onto, that's better. That's loads better. And you could just apply this onto your T-zone, you know what I mean? To mattify if you've got a combination or oily skin. And by doing this technique, you still have a little bit of glow coming through, and it won't give you that solid block of matte. Why didn't I just use this one to start off with, guys, eh? Why did I have to show off and use my new primer? Wow, it doesn't matter, guys, does it? blend that into the nose and the forehead, because obviously combination skin has the oily T-zone and the drier cheeks, although my skin tends to be oily, combination more dry to normal in the winter. But wow, that has worked now, isn't it, guys? Just blend that in just a little bit more. Okay, so I would call this look a very natural matte sort of look. What would you call it out there? And wow, it just feels incredible. Very, very, very matte. There's no oil on my skin at all. I don't know whether you can see my finger there. Sometimes, do you know what I mean? When I touch my nose and then a little bit of oil can transfer, but there's none of that at all today. And it's dampened down my cheeks, look. And by applying the primer on top of the glowing foundation, we've eliminated that strobing effect. It still looks very natural though, doesn't it? Still a little bit of glow, but nowhere near as bright or as shimmery as glowing as it was before. Wow, I'm so impressed with that. It's amazing, isn't it? Right. Okay. You can see how good my skin looks now, guys, can't you? There's no shine on my forehead. Well, there is a little bit of glow there, I guess. Just none of that brilliant strobing which was there before. So I think this has really, really worked today. So no need for powder. So beautiful ones. In today's tutorial, I've taught you guys out there how to make a pretty glowing, full-on strobing sort of foundation look a lot more matte, a natural matte look we decided on in the end, didn't we? By applying primer over the top of the foundation into areas which we wanted to subdue shine. So the T-zone, the forehead, some areas on my cheeks, obviously, and of course, beautiful ones, we've achieved this look today, this natural matte look, without even a single particle of powder, haven't we? If you enjoyed today's tutorial, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. Similarly, consider subscribing and hit the notifications button to all, so you're kept abreast of each time I release new videos. All it remains is for me to wish you beautiful ones out there a gorgeous week. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Lots of love. Take care.